guys, Mr. Google here to review End of Watch, directed by David Ayer, starring Jake Gyllenhaal and Michael Pena. Now, going into this movie, I was really looking forward to it. I really loved the trailer. I thought, it looked like a really cool cop thriller with two really awesome actors in the leading roles. And, I don't know, I just thought it looked like a hell of a lot of fun. Maybe it was just because I thought the song in the trailer was just badass. It got great reviews, and I was right on the ball with this one. This movie was pretty awesome. Even if I don't love it as much as everyone else does, I still really enjoyed it a lot. To get my negatives out of the way first, I'll say that the movie doesn't really have a main focus. It's basically like an extended episode of Cops, but a very great episode of Cops, and it's very uncut, and it's really vulgar and violent. Like, the movie is just a little bit repetitive too many times, where it's just like, oh, Jake Gyllenhaal and Michael Pena bust a bunch of criminals, and then they bust another bunch of criminals, and then they save some people, and then they bust some more. It's basically that formula the whole entire time. But that part of the movie works because of their chemistry, which I'll get into later. Also, Kendrick is Jake Gyllenhaal's girlfriend in the movie, and I thought that part of the story was just, I don't know. I thought she was fine, but I didn't really get the point of her being in the movie. It just seems like they needed to put a love story in there, even though they didn't. And one big problem I had with the movie was, for some reason, this movie wants to be sort of like a half-found footage movie, so they have to have the antagonist of the film, film too. So it was really weird, because these are like some of the most stereotypical, terribly written villains ever, and they're just really annoying, and literally the head of this gang is like the most annoying person ever. And let me just tell you guys, this is one of the most like vulgar movies ever that I've seen all year, at least. Like, there's an F-bomb every single scene. And this guy especially is always like, he's talking to like one of the newest member of the gang, and this guy is like, oh, you want to fucking do this, man, we gotta fucking get there, we gotta fucking kill him, we're gonna fucking do this, we're gonna get fucking chalupas, we're gonna fucking do this, like, he was kept doing that. It was really annoying. But going on to the positives, I loved how found footage was used in this movie. It was very innovative in how he used it. Like, there's one scene where Michael Pena is in a fight with a criminal, and he has like a camera on his like shirt pocket, and it's really awesome. And there's like stuff like that that's really cool, and I thought the camera work was very cool. I thought the soundtrack was pretty awesome. Going on to these two performances, Jake Gyllenhaal is a great actor, and I thought he gave a really good performance, and Michael Pena in this movie is just absolutely fantastic. I thought if there's anybody who deserves an Oscar nomination in this movie, it's him. And it's really like a long time coming, because he is one of my favorite character actors right now, and especially seeing him in movies like Crash, where he's fantastic in, and especially in his comedic side recently with Tower Heist and 30 Minutes or Less, and especially Observe and Report, which I loved him in.
You might think that I float, maybe even walk on water and stuff. But I'm here to tell you that sometimes I drink out of the volcano.
I mean, he's absolutely great here. Like, their chemistry is really the thing making this movie really great. It's like the extra boost that this movie had, and they really had terrific chemistry. And Michael Pena, just the way his character can be just really charismatic and really funny, and yet being, I think, the most lovable character of the entire thing. I thought it was awesome. And the movie can be very violent sometimes, but violence doesn't really bother me, really. So I'm going to give this movie a solid to maybe even a strong 8.5 out of 10. It has problems, but it's a hell of a good time. So this was the 99th film I've seen all year from 2012. And I don't know if you guys knew this, but back in 2010 and 2011, every 100th film that I've seen from those years, they end up being my favorite movies of the year. In 2010, it was The Social Network, and in 2011, it was 50-50. This week, I don't have any confidence in Looper or Hotel Transylvania or Won't Back Down to be my favorite movie of the year, so I'm going to wait next week until Perks of Being a Wallflower comes out, because I really do think that movie's going to be awesome. But anyway, go see The Master, go see End of Watch. They're two really great movies. 8.5 out of 10 for End of Watch. I'm Mr. Google. Don't forget to ski cap, subscribe, and I'm out.
I love you.
I love you too! Yeah. I don't care! I don't care! You can't catch me! You can't catch me!